All right, thanks for joining us on our first episode of Buyer's Insight. We created this series so that we can bring insight to buyers on products that are related to either business or the security trade, since that's the trade that I'm in, the locksmith security trade, CCTV access control, locksmithing, safes, and other things that are related to security, or business products and things that we can use to make life easier on us as entrepreneurs or employees or whatever. So today, for the first episode, we have a really cool product. We're going to bring you a really cool product here called PLAUD Note. Now, this is from PLAUD AI. I have their site up right behind me here. PLAUD AI, from what I understand, I'm giving you a summary of what I know right now, but I'm going to go through and use this for the next couple of weeks and kind of give you updates throughout and let you know like what's good about it, what's bad about it, is it worth it, am I going to buy more, or am I not going to use it? So this one that I have right here, the PLAUD NotePin bundle, right? They have this version, but they also have another version. I think it's called a Notepad. So if I go to their website, most of the stuff's on pre-order now. I pre-ordered this just a couple weeks ago, boom, came right in. I guess they got them pretty quick, but it seems like they have the PLAUD Note, which is like a little desk one, or you can stick it with a magnetic case to the back of your phone and you kind of hit it every time you want to record. It's like the size of a credit card. I think that one came out first, which I haven't used. I think it came out this year. But anyway, this is the NotePin. This one is the more mobile one. So you can put it as a lanyard around your neck, or you can put it as a wristband, or clip it on your shirt, or clip it on your hat, or whatever you want. So what this supposedly does, which I'm going to start off with what I believe it does, and then I'll figure out what it does as I use it. What I believe it does, from what I understand, is that it takes your information, that your notes, like activate it, hit a button, it starts recording, it starts categorizing and dividing those things into summaries and putting the recording with it as well, and taking summaries as well as transcribing everything that it hears. For someone like me, this is perfect, because I'm the kind of person that wakes up at 2 in the morning and I have to write down an idea. I'll get up to the notepad and I'll write down my idea. I'll jump out of the shower, I'll write it in the moisture on the glass, I'll write in something on there until I get out so I can go write it down, or I'll email like myself probably 10 times a day with just a word or two or a sentence. I'm constantly doing things like that, so this is going to be awesome if this works, because then I won't have to send myself emails every day with random words, or write letters on my hand like I had earlier, or all those other weird things you do. I'm constantly having these ideas of things to do, and this seems to be awesome for that. Supposedly, it understands 112 languages. I don't think it translates, but we'll find out. And I've had this for about 3 days, and I've wanted to open it, but I've waited to open it right now on camera with you. So it's been a little hard to wait, because I'm very eager to try this. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, which I think I have a little knife right here. So let's open this guy up and see what it's about. This is the PLAUD NotePin. Like I said, this is the mobile one, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Actually, I just bought one because I wanted it, and then I got it and I go, oh, don't open it, we can make a video out of this. So let's open it up and see what it is. All right, and Randall made a very good point. Usually on my desk, which I cleaned them up before I did this video because I don't want sticky notes everywhere, which I still have them somewhere. Usually there's about 30 sticky notes on my desk at all times. Well, hopefully this can eliminate that. Save me money on sticky notes too. So here it is. This is how it opens. This is the back. This is the front. That's what it looks like, okay? Now, I will say this. You have to buy the product, and then you have to buy the subscription. So don't just think, oh, I got the product, now it's all over. Now this was about $169. The other one, the little notepad one, I believe is the first one, was $159. So this was only $10 more. Here it is. There's that. So this is what I have so far. Okay. This is the accessory kit. This is the note pen. Let's go for the pen first. I don't see anything holding its ends up. It should slip out. We'll just do this. There it goes. Okay. Oh wow, that's smaller than I thought. Because if you look at the picture, it looks so much bigger in the picture. It's actually smaller. Well, I have a big monitor, but it's actually pretty small. This is the size of, here's my Apple Watch. Look at that. And you see the size of that. I think it's tiny. Weighs like a AA battery. That's what it feels like, AA battery. It has a little thing on there. It says push that. So I'm gonna open this up. Okay, so this thing slides over. Look at that right there. Oh, okay. And then this little thing slides off. So that just sticks on. Oh wait, it's like, that's a magnet, so sorry, we're flying. There we go. Okay, so that's cool. So that's on there. I don't know how to use it yet, so I'm just gonna put this little capsule down for now, okay? Now in here, there's our cable. This is our charging cradle, I believe. Here's our charging cradle. Here's our charging cable, which is just like your standard little Apple mini USB, whatever this is. So you have that there, and then this obviously plugs in. Oh, that's why. So this removes off, and then you can see where the contacts are on the back of it. So those contacts match up there, and they sit home just like that. That's how it charges. Okay, so that's what that's for. Got it. Let me see what comes in this little packet here. This is your instructions. Cool. So let's open up the next accessory pack. So it gives you all 3 versions actually. So it's got the watch, it's got the clip, it's got everything you want on it. There's the clip, which is just basically a magnet. There's the watch. And then there's your lanyard if you want to use it for lanyard purposes. I think I probably would wear it as a clip. If I didn't have an Apple Watch, maybe I'd wear it as a watch. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, well, before I do that, I'm gonna tell you what their plans are real quick. So if you come to their website and you go to their membership, they basically have an annual membership. It says on sale right now, so I don't know if this is always going to be the price, but it says the PLAUD AI annual membership is $79, okay? And what that does, that's 12 months for that $79. That's not bad. And that 12 months gives you 1,200 minutes per month, 1,200 minutes, 1,200 minutes per month to transcribe, basically. Now, if it goes over that, you can buy extra transcription quotas, like an extra 600 minutes for $9.90, or an extra 3,000 minutes for $50, or an extra 6,000 minutes for $89. So basically, you pay the $79.99, and that's your annual membership. If you go over, you could buy additional minutes, but you get $1,200, probably 1,200 minutes a month for that. So you'll need that. I gotta create that right now. There is an app. I have the app on my phone, and I'm gonna set that up as well. So I haven't done anything yet. So I just wanted to unbox it with you, talk to you a little bit about the product. I'll set it up, then I'll show you how it works. I'll test it in the field. We'll go back and kind of look at it, and then we'll see how this all plays out. And then you do what you want to do with the information. We're just here to give you the information. All right, guys, so we told you we'd go and field test the PLAUD NotePin that we have here, which we have a little story to share with you as well. But yes, I did field test the PLAUD NotePin. Let's tell you how it performed first, then I'm gonna tell you something that happened on the back end. Turn it on. I use it at just so happens to be it was my very last board of directors meeting for the Tomball Chamber of Commerce. Obviously, I can't share the information in there, but I'll show you as much as I can to kind of show you how this works. So I just took it, activated it, sat it on the desk, and let the meeting happen for about 20 minutes. Then I stopped it, and I was like, okay, that's good enough to test it, and then we went on from there. So what it does is it puts all your information. It's very hard for me to show you this in the app because I also can't show you the information. Just bear with us. We're gonna put a screen up here in a second. We'll show you how it works. So what it does is it'll just record it, and then it'll kind of give it a title based off what it heard. And then after it gets that title, it'll just say, you have 30 minutes of discussion. And you can just see a little bit put into a box. And then you say, use the AI, and you generate it, and then it'll create you a transcript, it'll create you a summary, and it's really awesome. Right over here, this is what the transcript looks like. So as you can see, it has a title, the date, the time on it, and then it says like speaker 1, and has the time that speaker 1 talked for, and then has a summary of exactly what he said, then it says speaker 2, and then speaker 3 or 4 or whatever, and it just basically lists the speaker, the time they talked, what they said, and that's the transcript of the whole conversation. It's just like if you're in a courtroom, you just have a transcript of everything, right? So that's all that is. The cool thing is when you do the summary, so let me get over to the summary real quick. On the summary, it does even cooler things. They gave it the title, the date, the time. If you've talked about the location, it would put it in there. It talked the attendees. It labeled them as speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, since it didn't know what their names were. I can summarize and tell you what we talked about. I just can't tell you details. So it said like number 1, budget and salary increases. Here's the conclusion of what you talked about. Here's what they're going to do next. Here's the next steps. Here's the discussion points that speaker 1 said and speaker 3 said. Here's the new equipment and resources you talked about and what concluded from that conversation and what discussion points were made from that. It'll even add a checkbox and say like, hey, this is a task or two that you asked and he mentioned in there and needs to get done. And you can actually check those boxes off too as they're done. So it's really cool. We did have I had one issue. So I had one issue with it. I'm sure other people will have issues with it. So now we're done talking about the good things. I'm going to be fair in this review. Now this is buyer's insight. So I'm giving you insight, right? And what that is the insight is the one thing that sucks about this, and I'm sorry to say that, but it sucks about it, is you can't turn it off. That's literally the one thing that sucks about it, is you cannot turn it off. So what happened, I'm sitting here going, how do I do this thing? Maybe I could disconnect it and just disconnect it from the app and then set it aside. That way I can use it when I'm ready. Nope. It is on 24/7. Forever. You're never turning it off. So I didn't like that, and I'm assuming a lot of you people didn't like that either, because first of all, I don't want to listen to me 24/7, and I don't know where it's sending that data. Not that it is, but who knows, right? I had a problem with that. And so what I did is I actually sent PLAUD an email, and I'm going to share with you what happened in that email. I sent an email and said, hey man, how the heck do you turn this dang thing off? This is crazy. I can't find anywhere it talks about FAQs, nobody talks about how to turn this dang thing off, right? So I was kind of pissed off, sent the email. I had to how do you turn this off? And then they emailed me back, and I'm gonna read it to you what they said. They said, I understand your concern with the return of the NotePin, because I said, hey, I wanna return it because you can't turn this one off, and you can turn off the other one, which is I can't remember what it's called actually at the moment, but you can turn off the device on the original PLAUD device. Might as well get you that name right now and tell you what that is. It's called the PLAUD Note. So you have the NotePin and you have the PLAUD Note, right? And that's the PLAUD Note right there. It's $159. So this one is actually $10 more than the other one. But this one will, like, they have a little case and it goes right to the back of your phone. So in your phone, you click the button and it starts recording, stop it when you're done, power it off, right? Anyway, that's what I wanted to swap it out to. So I sent them an email and I said, hey, I want to return it, whatever. And they said, okay, yeah, I understand your concern. I will assign your case to a supervisor who will assist you on this request. Please provide the serial number and the item in brand new condition and get it packaged right. I had it all packaged, ready to go back. And then I get an email back and I said, Dear Uriah, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to let you know that we have already processed a refund for your order. There is no need to return the device. Please consider it a gift from us. We hope you find it useful. Please note that the refund may take some time to reflect in your account depending on your banking's processing times. If you do not see the refund in a reasonable time frame, reach out to us and we'll gladly assist. If you'd like to own the PLAUD Note, you're welcome to purchase it through our site. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Great customer service. I'll tell you that. They were responsive. They responded immediately. They came up with a solution fairly quickly as well. And I'm not saying they're going to give you a free one if this thing happens, but now you know that you can't turn it off. But they went above and beyond for me, so customer service is great. They seem like a legit, trustworthy company, so I need to order the Note now. So it does work. The AI stuff worked great. I can't wait to use it on the other one. It's going to work the same way. It's just that I can actually turn it off. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to order that, and once I get it in, I'll unbox it again. We'll try it out, and I'll show you how it works a little bit more, and then we'll just talk about it in the end, and that'll be a wrap. All right, so let's pick up where we left off last. Last time I told you I was ordering another one because you couldn't turn off the NotePin. I think that's what this one's called, the NotePin. Yeah, you couldn't turn these off. They're on 24/7. So I ordered the PLAUD Note. This one's bigger. You can turn it on and off. But it goes usually on the back of your cell phone, which I don't know if that's going to be a problem with this charging thing now that I think about it. Something to think about. This attaches to the back of your phone. You don't have to leave it on your phone. You can set it down and do what you want with it. Now, I will say this. I've been using, as I told you last time, they went ahead and said, hey, we refunded you your full money for this one. Enjoy and buy another one if you want one. So I bought another one. This one here, it works very well. I actually used it in my last board meeting with the Tomball Chamber of Commerce, and then I used it on my interviews, and that has been very useful. What I did, I have an interview, I grab it, open my app, sit it there, and I start talking to my interview, and then it separates the speakers in there, and I can change the names of the speakers, put them in there, and it changes all the information, and I can go back and listen to the conversation. And if you're a hiring manager or something, I have my list of questions I ask, and I want to know the response to those questions. So I can go back and go home and be like, all right, let me listen to the 4 guys I liked. What did he say here? Okay, what did he say there? Okay, well, this guy has this limitation. This guy has that. I can go back and pick all those little things up since it summarizes it all for me in a real nice format, and I can jump from section to section. So it's been really useful in interviews. I ask the questions, I can go back and look at each person's response. I can go back and play it. I went home and played it for my wife. I'm like, hey, I like this guy, what do you think about this guy? Oh, he sounds nice, that kind of stuff. So it gives you, this is really useful, very useful. So I'm very excited to open this up. So let's open this guy up right now. Got a knife here, cut that open. The PLAUD Note. Got this little thing here. Alright, so this is the PLAUD Note. So let's put that there. It says the world's #1 AI voice recorder. So do this, welcome to PLAUD. Show you this little envelope here. Warranty guide. 1-year warranty, by the way. So here is the little device. Oh, wow, that's tiny. That is tiny. That's cool. All right, so let's open that up. Check that out. I don't know how slim that is. That thing is real cool. Real tiny. And it has like this little part here, but that's where it charges at. Real neat. If I did put that back to my phone, yeah, if you're trying to put it on the back of your phone, because I believe it has this, let me get this out here real quick. Yeah, it has this case. See? Now this, oh, they gave you a ring to put, wait a second, how does that work? They gave you one of those charging rings, see? How does that work? They're showing you put this, oh, it's a magnet. This sticks onto that. I'm wondering if that goes over that. I'm speaking to my camera guy right now, asking him this question. Because my thought is if it goes over that, does that still do what we need it to do? Let me see if it says anything about this. I know that this is for this, so it sticks to it, right? This sticks on the back of the phone, right? But I don't know if this is a magnet or not, if it works like a magnet. So I'm wondering if that would interfere with it, because it's kind of weird that they put it right there. Interesting. So we did a little test. I wanted to see, because I was like, well, if I stick this on the back of my phone case, because it has a double stick tape, if I stick it on here on top of this magnet where it does the charging, then I can stick my case to it, boom, and then this can stay inside the case and be on the back of my phone. I can just activate it to phone record conversations and things like that. But I wanted to know if I put that on here on top of my case and stuck it on there, would it charge? And we tested it, and it does charge. So I believe if you have a case like this, you just stick this adhesive on here, then this piece can go on the back, and you can keep your PLAUD with your phone or wherever, however you end up doing it. Unfortunately, this blocks the camera, and I can't put it there. Even if I do that, it's in my way. One thing to think about, because this doesn't line up. If I wanted this to line up with the thing on the back of my phone, it would have to be there, and it overlaps the camera. There are some little issues like that, I guess, that you can figure out. I mean, if I really, really wanted the back of my phone, I could just stick it on here and then take it out of the case and charge it, or plug it in. So what I'll probably do is just not stick it to my phone. I'll just use it as a device and take it out, record, put it in my pocket, and if I need to record something, I can probably just set it in there and it'll do what I need. So this is how it charges. It's got this little plug on it, and it's got these little pieces here. So that's wrong way, like that. That's how it charges. I'm gonna give this guy a charge. I'm going to swap out what I'm doing here and put this guy on there, charge this up, and then, like I said, I already know how the software works. The software works great, but I just want to test this out a little more and give you a couple reviews on this. And that way you guys can make your best decision. Do I want the NotePin one? Do I want this one? What works best for you, So anyway, let me charge it up and we'll go from there. All right, so when we last left off, I said that I got this was the NotePin, this is the Note. So I got the new Note in, and basically the only difference is you can turn this one off, because you couldn't turn this one off, which was my complaint on the regular NotePin. On the Note, it sticks to the back of your phone. If you have too thick of a case, you can use a little adhesive magnet that goes with it, and then stick it on the back of your phone. I've already told you basically how it organizes all the notes and everything, but I will say this, they both work the same, but I'm gonna talk about this physical differences right now. You can power this one off, can't power this one off. This one has phone recording. When it's on the back of your phone, you just flick that little switch up to where it turns red and then hit the button, and it picks up the vibrations through the phone. That recording is okay. It's not the best. It works, but if you put it on speakerphone, then you can record it that way as well. So if you need to do it quickly, you can do it that way. You can hear the other side. It's just a little muffled. They both work great. I actually used them for interviews, and I never do that. I never had the opportunity to do that, actually. So I put it down. I interviewed like 20 different people, and I just labeled the name of the person, and I actually went home, and I was torn between a few of them. I said, hey, I talked to my wife. I said, hey, let's just listen to these guys. I started playing it and stuff. She's like, okay, I like this guy, not so much this guy. And it actually helped me with my interview. So the AI performance, what it does is awesome. The note organization is fantastic. The summaries it gives it, the breakdowns, the bullet points, all that's awesome. I have no complaints. And their customer service was fantastic because they basically gave me this for free just because I complained. Anyway, I was in my office and I was talking to Joshua. He's works for one of our camera companies. He basically said that I saw it on his wrist right here, his PLAUD, and he's like, oh yeah, I got one of these too. And I said, well, perfect. Do you mind joining this video so we can talk about your experience? And he's like, yeah, I got some suggestions for him too. I'll let Joshua tell you about that.
Yeah, so for anybody that is on the fence about getting one of these PLAUD Note pins, I'm going to tell you today, if you're in any kind of professional business position, you're a business development manager, you're a sales rep, you're a regional sales manager, you're an engineer, you're an IT professional, this thing will help to save you time and money, because I can't tell you how many times I've gone out to a job site, walked a site, been with a consultant, been with an IT professional, and forgotten something hugely important every single time. And this has all of it right there. I can go back in a quick summary. I actually do something that it doesn't actually functionally do that I figured out through Apple. If you go through Apple and you set up the accessibility, you can actually make it do text to speech, which is fantastic, right? So I guess there'd be one thing I'd say back to PLAUD AI, hey, add a text to speech. So that way I can listen to my notes when I'm in the car after I finish my meeting. Other than that, fantastic, loved it. I love the summaries, I love the analysis. I love that it gives you the autopilot mode where it can actually put individual speakers and locations and timestamps. Anybody that's filling out a CRM entry, this is your treasure code, right? This gives you everything you need, all the features and benefits, stuff that your boss is gonna want you to remember. It's got you covered.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, because it does play back like the whole recording, and you can read all the summaries and stuff. I believe you're referring to the point where you hit play and it'll play back the summary, right?
Correct.
Right. So that's the part. I won't play the summary back, at least I don't believe it will somewhere.
Yeah, not audibly, right? So I want to be able to listen to that summary while I'm driving down the road on my way to my next appointment. That way I can hear what I screwed up, and so I don't do it on the next one.
Right. Yeah. And this is the it's like a credit card, this one, versus the NotePin. Anyway, you can get these like $150. You have to pay for a subscription. I don't remember what that was.
Yeah, it's like $29 a month for your annual. If you do the unlimited subscription, which I was like, hey, why not, right? It uploads all your information and
syncs it all up there. So
yeah.
Anyway, fantastic product. We'll put the link below to their website, PLAUD.ai, I believe. Thanks for tuning in again. Hopefully this shines some light on some products for you that we use. Like I said, I will never probably go without these anymore. Go get you one of these. All right, well, since this is our first Buyer's Insight episode, if you have any suggestions for any kind of other products to review, whatever, list them down in the comments. Give us some ideas. I do have a couple in mind. I found a lot of these things through Instagram, but find a good product product, say, hey, do a review on this product, and we'll reach out and try to get a product and do the review on it for you. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support, and stay tuned to more Buyers Insight episodes.